So let's start off by setting the scene because education is at a critical turning point. So we know that education has always evolved, but the pace of change today is unprecedented. We know that it is changing. Education systems are growing. There are particular ideologies and thoughts, and these are really having an impact on what we are being asked to do as educators. So today, technology is really no longer an add on to learning. It shapes how we work, it shapes how we communicate, it shapes how we create, and it also shapes how we problem solve. So, technology now needs to be something that is embedded into everything that we do as an educator. Our students are growing up in a world of automation, artificial intelligence, and constant digital change. By the time that this particular recording comes out and you watch it and engage with it, I can guarantee that something has changed in our world. Things are moving so quickly that it is so difficult for not only us as educators, but also our students to be able to manage these changes that are happening within the world of technology and just the world in general. And many of the jobs that our students will have in the future do not exist yet. And many existing roles that we already have now are transforming because the world is going to continue to change. This automation, AI, this digital change that is going to be embedded into every part of our world is growing rapidly. It's growing so significantly that we need to make sure that our young people are ready for this. So we cannot prepare our students for a fixed future. We need to prepare them to be able to adapt to the world, adapt to what is happening with technology, and make sure that they can be rewarded and they can live fulfilling lives as active citizens. And that is why it's so essential that we think about why it is important to incorporate technology and educational technology into our classrooms with our students. So, why does this conversation really matter now in 2026? Well, schools and educators are often asked to keep up with technology, but the real challenge is deeper. So we know that devices alone do not create future ready learners. So just because you have a laptop, a desktop, an iPad, a Pixel tablet, you have a Chromebook, does not mean that you are going to be future ready. Absolutely not. Teaching isolated skills without purpose leads to shallow learning. So, if we're just teaching little tiny bits and bobs here and there that have no real purpose, it's not going to actually be beneficial for our young people moving forward. And students need skills that transfer across tools, platforms, and careers. They need to be adaptable. They need to be able to transform and transfer all of those skills and capabilities and capacities that they have learned across a number of different platforms. So, according to the World Economic Forum, nearly half of all workers will need reskilling due to technological disruption. And that reskilling is increasingly focused on human capabilities, not technical ones. So, future skills must be embedded. They must be embedded into our teaching and learning, not just bolted on. So, when we talk about this idea of future skills, what do we mean? So, future skills are the capabilities students need to navigate change, not to just succeed in one particular job or one particular subject area. They need to be able to navigate this change and navigate it in a way that is going to be rewarding, successful, and allow them to challenge and to grow and to learn and become amazing humans. So, this idea of future skills are best understood as transferable, durable skills that remain valuable even as technology, tools, and careers evolve. So, when we're sitting here talking about educational technology, we want to make sure that our young people, the people that we teach today in 2026, they have skills. They have a skill set that is durable, that is transferable. that is going to remain valuable no matter what is happening within the world with technology, with tools, with careers. They are going to have those capabilities and those capacities that mean they are going to continue to be successful.